It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bengals and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out at Power Field and Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Brady, open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Room to run past midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a two-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season now, Dak Prescott.
And technically, you'd still call him a young quarterback in this league, but he's now at that stage of his career where we're about to take the word young and remove it because he's been in this situation before. He's been in the playoffs. Now he wants to advance his team deep and find his way into a Super Bowl. He's ready to take the next step.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with in order to pick it up.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Prescott. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. First down, Prescott. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And Folks' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. To throw is Brady. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Broncos will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Fournette on the counter. A little juke. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And there's the longtime Bengal, A.J. Green. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Damian Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the 31, Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Prescott from the gun. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all. 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. Touchdown! Austin Hooper. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On for the extra point is Folk. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offense on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Now Brady. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Fournette once more on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 62 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on second down. Prescott has got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff, Fournette running left. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Prescott on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC wildcard game. And you can see the result there. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver.
Well, Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll give Fournette another crack. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Fournette. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Folk's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Second and 11 now.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
From his end zone, Wilson. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is the tight end Fant, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Cook. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Prescott.
That's once again complete to Chark.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Prescott. This to Jarwin. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Brady now on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is where the mile high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. A handoff to Fournette. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Denver. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. To throw is Brady. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way out to the 42-yard line.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Brady now on 1st down. This one caught by Kittle. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Now Brady again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Pay attention.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Brady now to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. I tell you, you get the ball down near the goal line, you can be pretty sure that Dalvin Cook is going to get the carry, and he powers his way into the end zone.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that really runs downhill, and what I mean by that, hits a line with such speed and power that tacklers just bounce off of him. In a sense, it feels like the field is tilted, and he's running downhill at the defenders and gaining extra force.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Again, it's Fournette. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. That escapes the sack.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Denver. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Brady on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Brady going to throw. And it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Brady. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Brady to throw again. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Here's Brady. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calais Campbell on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Shotgun now for Brady. His throw incomplete. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. To throw, it's Brady. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Terrell Basham able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, just when you thought this game might be out of reach, 2 straight touchdowns have made it a ball game again.
It certainly did, because the way they can score quickly, they're never out of it. Now you need your defense to get one more stop, and who knows, maybe you get a chance to get a final drive to win the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A shotgun give to Fournette. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Prescott. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 6. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.